In this lecture, we will give the basic idea of panel regression. In the panel regression, we basically use both the cross section as well as time series data. So, for each of the entries, we have both cross section as well as time series aspects, and we will discuss how do we incorporate the observation and explain the model, and why actually we need panel regression, and we will also consider the fixed effect model of such panel regression. In this session, I will basically teach regression with panel data, and the content of this lecture has been taken from James Stock and Watson's Introduction to Econometrics, chapter 10, regression with panel data. Now, panel data basically what we do, I will give the concept of panel data with two periods, fixed effect model, model estimation, and regression with time fixed effect assumption, and some applications. Now, panel data set contains observation in multiple entries individual, where each entry is observed at two or more points in time. Example, suppose you have a California school districts item in 1999 and 2000 for 84 observation in total. Data on 50 base states, each state is observed in 3 years for a total of 150 observation. So, altogether we have data on 1000 individual in 4 different months for 4000 observation in total. So, we have entities, states, and time period years. I is the entity, that is state, n is the number of entities, so I running from 1 to n. T is the time period, capital T is the number of time periods, so that small t runs from 1 to t. Data, suppose you have one regression, so data are xi, yit, xit, yit, I running from 1 to n and t running from 1 to t. So, n is the number of entries states, t is the number of time period years. So, another example, another term for panel data is longitudinal data, and here we are considering balanced panel, so no missing observation. On the other hand, you can also consider the unbalanced panel, where some entry states are not observed for some of the periods and years. So, why are panel data are useful? With panel data, we can control for each of the factors that vary across entries, that is state, but do not vary over time. So, there are some effects which vary across states, but which are not varying over time. On the other hand, you could also cause omitted variable bias if they are omitted, and also unobserved or unmeasured, and therefore you cannot include it in the regression using multiple regression. So, you can handle the case of omitted variable, and also you can handle the case of observed or unobserved, unobserved or unmeasured variable, and therefore you cannot capture in the regression for the multiple case. So, the key idea that if an omitted variable does not change over time, then any changes in y over time cannot be caused by omitted variable. Now, some example of panel data set. Suppose you are considering traffic debt and alcohol taxes. So, observational unit a year in a US state. Suppose you have 48 US states and n is the number of entries, so 48. 7, suppose you have a data for 1980 to 1988, so you have altogether 7 years of observation. T is the number of time period, so time period is 7. So, here you are considering the case of a balanced panel. So, total number of observations 7 into 48, so it will around 336. Traffic fatality rate is the number of traffic death in that state in that year, that is suppose 10,000 state resident. Now, tax on a beer, So, suppose the government imposes tax on the beer, and suppose the other factors are legal driving age, drunk driving laws, etc. Now, the plots of the traffic facility rate and the beer tax like this. So, you find that higher the alcoholic taxes, more is the traffic death. So, can we conclude this? So, you can visualize two pictures, one for 1982 and other for 1988. So, what might be, you can cause the following question: why might there be more traffic death in states that have higher alcohol taxes? Other factors that can determine traffic fatality rate are quality, that is age of the automobiles, quality of the road, culture around drinking and driving, density of cars on the road, and these are the factors that you can incorporate in the regression analysis. And apart from that, there are omitted factors which could cause omitted variable bias. Now, another example is traffic density. Suppose high traffic density means more traffic death, and secondly, western states with lower traffic density have lower alcoholic taxes. The two conditional then the two conditions for omitted variable bias are satisfied. Specifically, high taxes could reflect high traffic density, so that OLS coefficient would be biased positively. High taxes implies high death. Panel data let us eliminate omitted variable bias when the omitted variable are constant over time with a given state. Now, take another example: cultural attitude towards drinking and driving. Arguably, there are determinant of traffic death and potentially are correlated with the beer tax. So, beer taxes would be picking cultural differences, omitted variable bias. Then two conditions for omitted variable bias are satisfied. Specifically, high taxes could reflect cultural attitude towards drinking. So, OLS coefficient would be biased. Panel data let us eliminate omitted variable bias when the omitted variable are constant over time with a given state. Now, panel data with two time period. Consider panel data model, that is fatality rate is a function of beer taxes and ZI, and suppose that ZI is not observed. So, it is omission called result is omitted variable bias. The effect of ZI can be eliminated using t equal to 2 years. The key idea is that any change in the fatality rate from 1982 to 1988 cannot be accused by ZT, because ZI by assumption does not change between 1982 to 1988. Now, consider the fatality rate in 1988 and 1982. Fatality rate is a function of beer taxes ZI and UI 1988. Similarly, fatality rate in 1982 is a function of beer taxes in 1982, ZI and error term in 1982. Now, suppose the disturbance terms, the expectation of the disturbance term conditional on beer taxes and ZI is 0. Now, subtracting 1982 from 1988, that is calculating the change eliminates the effect of a change in ZI. So, if we take differences, fatal rate in 1988 minus fatal rate in 1982 as a function of beer taxes in 1988 minus beer tax in 1982 plus the changes in disturbance term. So, new error term is uncorrelated with either beer taxes or beer taxes in 1988 or beer taxes in 1982. These differences equation can be estimated by OLS even though ZI is not observed. The omitted variable ZI does not change, so it cannot be a determinant of the change in Y. So, if you do so, then you can estimate 1982 data and similarly 1988 data, the fatal rate as a function of beer taxes in each of these years, and you can form the difference regression, and then you can estimate the parameters of the regression, and also you can see the plots of the facility rate, the plots of the difference in the facility rate after having the regression. You can find that there is a declining rate or declining relationship between the change in fertility rate and change in the taxes. So, what if we have more than 2 periods? Till now we have considered 2 periods, and what if you have more than 2 periods, t greater than 2? Now we can rewrite the equation in two useful way, in one binary regression and fixed effect regression. We first rewrite fixed effect. Suppose you have n equal to 3 states, California, Texas and Massachusetts, and for each of these states you have observation running from small t running from 1 to capital T. Now, population regression for the Californian state can be done, and similarly for Texas you can have the regression, and also similarly you can get the binary regression form, where you can introduce a dummy, that is DCA equal to 1 if state is California and 0 otherwise. Similarly, dTexi equal to 1 if the state is Texas and 0 otherwise. So, you have 2 dummies, one for the California state, another for the Texas states, and you have to leave out the dummy variable for Massachusetts in order to have a concentrated regression, that is in order to have a dummy variable trap. So, here you can have the fixed effect form, where alpha I is called the state specific effect or state effect. It is a constant fixed effect being state in I. So, come to the fixed effect regression estimation. You can consider 3 forms: in one binary regression, Wallace regression, entity demanded Wallace regression, chain specific regression only for t equal to 2. These 3 methods can produce identical estimate of the regression coefficient, that is identical standard error. We already did the change specification 1988 minus 1982, but this only works for 2 years. Now, method 1 and method 2 work for in general number of t. Method 1 is applied and can be practicable when n is not too large. So, in the fixed effect model you can have the state specific effect, that is the effect for the state you can calculate. So, from that you can have the state specific average value, and from that you can have the state deviation from the state specific average, and then you can all the observations can be handled for this variable. So, here idea is to first construct this variable and from this and then estimate regression of this variable of y tilde to xi tilde by OLS, and then have inference test of hypothesis confidence interval as usual using heteroscedasticity or robust standard error, and this is like the changes, but instead YIT is deviated from the average value of YIT. That is, in each of the case you take first you have state specific average and then have the deviation from the state specific average. Now, then obtain the model in deviation form and then apply OLS to the deviation to this deviated to the model in deviation form, and do the all test of hypothesis confidence interval etc., and this is like any changes, this is like the changes, but instead yi is deviated from the state average instead of yij. And any standard package you can use, for example, you can use Stata to have this effect. Now similarly, you can have time specific effect. An omitted variable may vary over time, but not across state. So far as cause changes in national laws, these produce the intercept term that can change over time. So let these changes be denoted by ST, which changes over time but not with states, and so you can have the population regression model allowing for this time specific effect. And similarly, you can have the regression both for 1982, 1983, etc. And similarly, you can have the binary regression, and here you can introduce time dummy. The time dummy is equal to 1, time dummy value is equal to 1 if t corresponds to 1 and 0 otherwise, like that, and as a result you can have time effect. And similarly, the binary regression having the time dummy, corresponding time dummy, and you can have the OLS regression. And similarly, state and time effect formulation can be applied together. That is, you can have the composite model of having state specific dummy and time specific dummy, and hence you can do the OLS regression. And if you combine these two methods, then you get the fixed effect model. And in the fixed effect regression assumption, for a single x, yit is a function of xit, and xit I running from 1 to n draws from joint distribution, xi ugt as finite assumptions, like that, and there is no case of perfect multicollinearity, and assumption 3 and 4 is identical for every year. Then you get the fixed effect model, and in the fixed effect regression assumption, for a single x, yit is a function of xit, and xit I running from 1 to n draws from joint distribution, xi ugt as finite assumptions, like that, and there is no case of perfect multicollinearity, and assumption 3 and 4 is identical for every year. In the last class, I have discussed about the fixed effect model. In this class, I will discuss what are the assumptions behind the fixed effect model. I will specify different assumptions. Then I will find out the estimator for the fixed effect model, find out the variance of the estimator, and then I will give some examples of these fixed effect